Do you ever get fed up with losing your tools or mislaying your tools or finding your tool where they shouldn't be? Perhaps you get people who use your tools and then put them somewhere else, or don't even give them back at all, and then you go, "Oi, that's my tool," and they say, "No, it's not, it's mine." Well, we've come up with a perfect way to identify your tools. We're Machinery Nation and we bring you videos every Tuesday and Friday all about tools and machinery, so please consider subscribing, like the video and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our action. Right, let's get cracking. So in front of me I've got a selection of tools that I'd like to identify as mine. Yes, I want me to know they're mine, and I'd like other people to know they're mine as well, so that they can't go, "Oh, that's my tool." We want to avoid that the best we possibly can. So right, how are we going to do this? We are going to use a laser engraver, which you can engrave wood, plastic, metal, glass, cork, the list goes on. This is the XTool D1 Pro 20-watt laser. I'm so excited. Let's give it a go. Right, so we've already assembled the sort of basic machine, but we've got some add-ons we're going to put on in a little while. First of all, we're going to get used to how this works, and then we're going to go straight in and try it on some tools. Right, I'm so excited. I love this sort of shit. It's brilliant. Right, so we've got it set up, and all you need, other than what comes with it, is a laptop. Simple, basic laptop. It comes with all the cabling, all the gizmos, everything you need. It even comes with a sample pack of material so that you can have a go before you really get stuck in. Because that's exactly what I've done. I've put our logo into a piece of wood and drawn our name onto a piece of cardboard. I know, just simple cardboard, and it's engraved the name right into it. This is such fun. XTool even provides you free software to download onto your laptop so you can drag in your logos, names, write on it, pictures, drawings. It can even print out photos. It can engrave photos onto a piece of wood. And I'm sure lots of creative people can do stuff like Christmas decorations and leather work and things like that. But for me, I'm seeing it as more of a practical object to be able to identify things. So let's get stuck in and do some tooling. So first up, we're going to give this sliding bevel a go. We're going to engrave our name across the wooden handle. So measure the item you're using, which on here is 28mm by 108. So that is our surface working area we've got to work with. So this is the XTool software, which you get free from XTool. Very easy to download. Once you've got your work pane in front of you, you can then on the left-hand side select Image, Insert, Shape, Text or Vector to bring in items that you want to be able to engrave. So we're going to do simple text. So click the text button, it'll bring up the text box in the middle of the pane. On the right hand side up here, you can then change that text to what you require to engrave. So we are just going to put in Machinery Nation. Oh, helps if I spell it right. Machinery Nation, like so. But we want it to be a certain size. At the top here, you have the size box, and we've got 108mm to work with. So if we change that to, let's say 80, so we've got a little bit of a border or parameter around the outside, like so, that'll automatically then change the height to 9.4. Once you've got that selected and change the size, over here you can then change your font, the style, the spacing between the letters, the alignment, whether you want it in the middle, to the left or to the right. So very, very simple. Same, if you want to import an image, you can go up here and click Image, and it will bring up what images you want to. So we'll bring in the Machinery Nation logo, click Open, ask you to scale the image, and there we are. And then you can resize that accordingly. Nice and easy, nice and simple, but we don't want that one for now, so we'll just delete that, select that again here, and then when you're ready, you can then connect your device. So up here, you can click Connect Device, XTool D1 Pro. Now your device is connected. You're lasering onto a flat object, so laser flat. We're going into wood, so you've got a couple options of different materials you can select down through here, or you can use undefined if you want to enter in your own parameters. But we are going to select 3mm base wood. The power and speed is all defined by selecting your material, so you can't change any of this. And then once you're ready, you can click Process. So this will bring up the framing panel. And here you'll see a little green dot on the side of the text that's going to be engraved. So you can click on the box in the middle if you want it in the middle, and it's exactly where we want it to be. Estimated time of print, 1 minute. Nice and simple, nice and quick. You haven't got to wait too long. So then when you're ready, you can click the framing button, Right, so when you turn on the machine, it'll come up with some red lines. Don't worry, that's not the laser, that is just your sighting lines to make sure you get your object in the right place. But first of all, we need to level up our machine and get this set at the right height. So with this, on the side, you've got a little pull down leveler, so you can put that there, undo the side screw, drop that down to your work, and then do that screw back up again. That will now tell you that that laser is exactly the right height you need it to be. And then with your sighting lines, you need to get your workpiece right in the middle of your project or wherever you've aligned that laser to be. So you can then use your red lines to make sure you're completely happy with where that needs to go. And then when you're ready, you can press this button here, which will do the framing. So it will move around the object to make sure you're not going to go outside of your working area. And you can do that as many times as you want and move it as many times as you want until you're happy. And once you're happy and ready to go, top right hand corner is the start button. Press start, and then on the machine you can press the button for it to start engraving. Right, I think we're ready to engrave. Make sure you wear the right PPE and have plenty of ventilation. Whether it's wood, plastic, metal, anything, make sure that is right before you start. And the best thing about it, it comes with these awesome goggles. Oh yeah, who's trend setting now? How cool is that? Oh yes, no one else is going to be able to use this now. Otherwise, well, there's quite a bit of sanding and quite a bit of effort to get rid of that. So I think this now, bevel, is mine forever. How exciting. Right, let's try the hammer, because everyone likes to engrave a hammer. Right, so this is my favourite hammer of all time. Please don't tell the others that I've got a favourite. They won't like it. But this is it. This is the beautiful hammer that I do so love. So same again, pop it in, adjust your laser to be able to fit over the top there, get that height setting pot in place, make sure that's going to be the right height, lock it in place, fold that up round, line up your laser. Again, I've got mine centralised so I can get it in the centre of my work. It looks about right. You can move it manually, get it set up, make sure it's all going to be nice in line. That looks like it's central there, centre all the way up through. Perfect. I like the look of this, it's looking good. Let's click print. Right, so it's not quite as clear on the hammer because the hammer's, well, it's got oil and dirt and everything on it, but you can still clearly see it says Machinery Nation on the hammer. So again, I know now if that's on someone else's bench in the workshop and I'm like, that's my hammer, and they go, no, it's not, it's mine. I can say no, because it's got Machinery Nation written on it. What should we try now? Some plastic or something else? So plastics, can you engrave plastics? Well, the simple answer is yes. But you've got to be really careful what you're engraving, because some plastics you can engrave, some plastics you can't. For the main reason that some plastics give off some horrible fumes and you don't want to be anywhere near that stuff. So please do some research into which plastics you can engrave and which ones you can't. But from my research, I have worked out which ones I can and can't, I hope, because there are some conflicting articles online of which ones you can and which ones you can't. There's some definite no's and there's some definite yeses, but the ones in between I'm not quite sure about. And this, to be fair, is one of the in-betweens, which is a Milwaukee drill case, very popular drill case, which loads of people have. They either have the drill bits in them or the screwdriver bits and lots of different things like that. They come in lots of different shapes and sizes. And from my research, yes, you can engrave this, but what you can't do is burn it. So you want to just do a little light engrave on it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put the Machinery Nation logo on the back of this case. I am well happy with that. How cool does that look? It's like a hologram. That's wicked. Oh, while you're looking at me in this trendy outfit, why don't you click subscribe? Ah! Right, so we've done wood, we have done plastic, now it is time for metal. Oh yes, how much fun, because loads of tools are made of metal, right? Right, well here we have a breaking bar from Milwaukee and we're going to engrave Machinery Nation onto that one, but more excitingly we've got a chainsaw bar, yes, an Oregon chainsaw bar. We thought we'd better use Oregon because they are our sponsor. And we're going to engrave our logo onto it, but also the size of the chain that is required to put onto this chainsaw bar. I think that is a winning idea for a laser engraver because it's so easy then to say, right, I need this chain. Yes, on chainsaw bars it has it written in very little writing, which soon gets worn off. But let's engrave it into the bar so it's there forever. Let's crack on. So on the metal items, on the bar, we have engraved our logo onto the end near the nose. And then here we have now got our identification of the chain that we require for this bar. So we've got a 1.3 by 0.325 and 64 links. Awesome, that makes it a lot easier. And then on the Milwaukee pry bar, we have written in Machinery Nation. Awesome! Right, so we have engraved metal, we have engraved plastic, and we have engraved wood, but the list can go on. Rubber, cork, lots of other different plastics, lots of other different materials. So you've got to get one of these because they're amazing. But right, let's take this to the next level because not everything is flat or you want to engrave it flat. So what could we use to engrave something that's round? Let's check it out. So we have gone up in the world and I've raised the laser engraver up higher because I put these little legs on it. The reason for that is we've got this little chuck system that you can put in underneath so you can do cylindrical items like cups and glasses. But what we're going to do is I've got this file handle which is round and we're going to put the Machinery Nation logo on it. Right, let's set it up and see if it works. Right, so I've got it all set up. The framing is a little bit different of how it's working, but best thing I can do is give it a go. Let's rock and roll. Right, let's see what it's done. And it's done absolutely nothing. It's just drawn me a line. Right, let's try again. Right, so I think I've got my orientation the wrong way round. I had it that way, but I think I've got to have it that way. Because when you plug in the chuck, what happens is you unplug that motion. So you take that motion out of it and replace it with this one, which obviously turns that way. It goes that way around. Turning it around that way will help that motion, whereas before it was just going in one line. Hence why we just got a line. Right, let's try this. Oh, we've still got an issue. Not sure what is going on here at all. Back to the drawing board. Luckily, Oregon have supplied me loads of these. I'm going to use another one. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. We now have a logo. Hang on a minute. That's back to front. That's back to front. Hey! We've got MN finally. And on the other side, we've got NM. Right, so we've done the MN logo. But can we do our proper full-on logo engraved onto a piece of wood? Let's finish off with a finale. Right, let's check the framing. Bills to pay. Do 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 do. Look at that. That is our logo printed onto wood like a picture, just like a picture. But I say printed, it's engraved. You know, you can feel the depth of the cut. It is absolutely amazing. Yes, I need to work on my parameters. It's gone a bit tall and skinny. Don't know what I've done. That's my fault. It's not the machine's fault. So once I have a play with this for a little bit longer, I'm going to be an absolute expert. And to be quite honest, I've had an idea. We are going to produce some items for our members. Yes, you can join our membership program where we're going to be doing more going forward. So you're going to receive some free stuff because I've done a deal with Oregon. Our members are going to get free stuff. It's only 99 pence a month. Join our membership program and you might get some free stuff. How cool is that going to be? But look, we have engraved onto metal, we have engraved onto wood, we have engraved onto plastic. I think they're amazing. I really think they're really, really cool. But it is called an XTool D1 Pro. It's so easy to set up, it's so easy to work on the computer. I'm not the best at stuff like that, and if I can do it, you can do it. And the link for the product is in the description. They have sent it to me free of charge, hence why I'm doing the video. You probably guessed that, but I love it, and I'm really pleased I've got it because it is so much fun. And like I said, you could take this as far as you wanted. You could make key rings out of leather, placemats, beer mats, coasters, it even engraves onto slate tiles. The possibilities are endless, but we're Machinery Nation and we bring you videos about tools and machinery every Tuesday and Friday, so please consider subscribing, like the video, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Cheerio.